Colorado State defensive back Bernard Blake played his high school football about 2 hours from here at Bastrop High School. And this weekend, the Colorado State Rams travel to Tuscaloosa to take on the number 1 ranked Alabama Crimson Tide. Bernard Blake joins us on the Gonzo and Essay Show. Bernard, thanks for taking some time out to catch up with us.
That's no problem. Thanks for having me.
Now, the Rams are off to a 1-2 start with a close loss to Tulsa, an opening loss to rival Colorado Buffaloes, and a recent win over Cal Poly. Talk about the mindset of this Colorado State team 3 weeks into the season.
The mindset is definitely where it needs to be in terms of where we are this far in the season. I mean, we all know as a team that it came down. The difference between 1-2 and 3-0 is just a few plays here and there, and we know we're capable of getting that fixed and solved, and things are definitely looking up for the program.
Now, I just want to add that the 41-27 score from the Colorado loss does not reflect how the Rams played in that game. I watched that game. You played extremely well. As mentioned, the Rams are preparing to take on the number 1 ranked Alabama Crimson Tide this weekend. And although the standard answer is probably you're preparing like if it's any other game, let's be honest here. Is there anything different in preparing for the number 1 team in the nation?
In terms of preparation, there's really no difference, but the opportunity is greater than a normal opportunity. Not too many people get the chance to play the number 1 team in the nation. And it's a high-caliber team, and as we like to think of ourselves, we have the potential to be a high-caliber team, so it's going to be interesting to see how we match up, and I think it's something we can get done.
We're joined by Colorado State defensive back Bernard Blake. They're getting ready to take on the Alabama Crimson Tide this weekend. Now, going into, the whole experience of going into Tuscaloosa, the tradition going into this game, it's their home opener. The crowd is going to be probably unlike anything you've seen, definitely so far this season. Talk about the nerves and staying calm under circumstances and playing a game this big.
I mean, in terms of staying calm, you just have to go into the game and approach it like it's just another game. You're going to have fans and you're going to have noise every game you play, but no matter the crowd size, the thing is just go out there and to make the play to slow the game down for yourself and your team.
Now, Bernard, you were recruited by UTSA, and a couple of your friends and former teammates from Bastrop are now Roadrunners. I'm referring to wide receiver Josiah Monroe and Aeneas Henricks. Do you keep in contact with them, and what's it like now that the three of you are playing at the Division I level?
I talk to Josiah weekly, and I talk to Aeneas as well weekly. I'm very proud of them, being able to make it out and make the dream become a reality at UTSA. And it's exciting to have, friends at different D1 universities, because a lot of the teams we have played in the past, UTSA plays this year, like New Mexico and all that. So, Josiah would call me up, ask me about this and that on what they do and how they scheme. And it's always good to be able to help them out, and then we can just talk about what they seen versus what we saw. It's just a fun time.
That's awesome, because Colorado State shares 3 opponents with UTSA. It's Tulsa, UTEP, and New Mexico, so you'll definitely have a chance to help out the Roadrunners. But it seems like after this Alabama game, the Rams have a very manageable schedule going forward.
Yes, we do. We have a solid schedule this year. We have a chance to show that the program is headed in the right direction, and all the work we put in from the end of last season until now is definitely ready to take off and show results on the football field. Our guest is
Colorado State cornerback Bernard Blake. Now, Bernard, what is the last movie you saw?
The last movie I saw parts of the Insidious 2. I mean, if you haven't seen the first one, I wouldn't suggest going to see the second one yet, because it kind of ties things together.
Now, what do you give Insidious 2 on a scale of 1 to 10? What's Bernard Blake's Colorado State movie review on this?
My movie review, it's a great movie. I'll give it a 9.23.
A 9.23. That's pretty exact. Now, athletes, they've got their headphones on game day. They're preparing. They're listening to their music. What are 2 or 3 artists you listen to getting ready and getting your mindset for game day?
Lil Snoop, Marvin Sapp, and Meek Mills.
Still the Meek Mills. I remember the Meek Mills. You had mentioned Meek Mills before, and Boosie. Is Boosie still need to be freed or what?
Yeah, I called him yesterday. We're trying to get that worked out.
He's former Bastrop Bear and current Colorado State defensive back Bernard Blake, and he and the Rams take on the Alabama Crimson Tide this weekend. Bernard, thanks for joining us. Give him hell this weekend, and a big Shiloh salute to you this weekend.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.